Is this going to be another hard-hitting question video? Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian.
Yes, it's going to be more hard-hitting questions.
We're wearing the exact same clothes.
That's because we're sitting in the same spot, and it's only a couple minutes after we finished the last video, but we just figured you wouldn't want to watch us ramble for that long.
Yeah, we could have kept going for so long on that video.
It's a lot.
It's sad.
Okay. The other day I had this thought, and sometimes I want to ask you a question, but I don't want you to take it offensively. I'm genuinely curious, but you're like, whoa, you're attacking me. I'm just genuinely curious, okay?
Okay.
So this is one of those things. Do you actually believe in a plant-based diet? Like, do you believe it benefits? There's any benefit to eating a plant-based diet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So here's where you might get offended a little bit, and then it may seem like I'm attacking you, and you guys may be like, why are you attacking him? I'm not trying to attack him. And I'll attack myself later. I'll attack myself. If this is attacking him.
I trust that you are not attacking
If this is attacking him, I'll attack myself all day long. You can attack me in the comments. It's fine.
Go for it. I know what you're going to ask.
If you believe that a plant-based diet is better for you than, even if it's like vegan junk food is still a little bit better for you than the other stuff, why, when given the choice repeatedly, do you still choose to not eat plant-based?
Sometimes. Now, keep in mind, if like I'm at home and, we're just doing our thing, like I am absolutely eating a plant-based diet. Heck, even while we've been here, I've been eating rice and beans, and other stuff like that. Like I've been pretty darn good for that. But there are times when I choose to not eat plant-based.
And I understand. You always said, the holidays, whatever, you're going to do what you're, rare and appropriate.
I believe it was McDougal who said, save the feast food for feasts. And so I kind of always followed that reasoning to where it's like, if it was Thanksgiving, I was going to eat like the food that wherever the household that we were at, like whatever they made. Like I was going to eat that. I understand that there's a lot of people out there who can't do that kind of thing or simply don't want to. And that is perfectly fine as well. Because like when you go to a party like that, we prepare food for you.
Yeah, and I just bring my own. And honestly, you know why?
And frankly, I mean, our green bean casserole recipe that we have is vastly...
Which is unreleased.
Which is it's vastly superior to any other green bean casserole that I've had from any of the other people.
But you know why? Because I have realized over time, like, the things I want around the holidays are my version of those comfort foods that I have already created. And no, they're not perfect whole food plant-based. They're not. They're just not. But they're like
you have a stuffing addiction.
They're my version of what I want on the holidays. And I don't need to go beyond the plant-based versions that I create. Whether they, there are definitely some of them that err on the side of like a vegan junk food situation. But I can make them healthier over time. Like I can tweak it. I can work on it. I can aspire to be healthier with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we'll go to a restaurant and I have been 100% plant-based with 2 or 3 exceptions that I know about for over 3 years now.
Yeah, getting there.
So anytime you're with me, there's always an option to eat a plant-based option because we're not going to a restaurant unless there's an option for me, except for we did that once and I just sat there and stared at everybody awkwardly.
Yes.
But if you're with me, generally speaking, there's an option, but you don't necessarily make that choice. You have it. Like we go to this place called Sauce on the Side in St. Louis, which my cousin Tess is obsessed with. They have a vegan one. Yes, it's vegan junk food, but you don't get that one. You get some other one, the other calzone. It's a calzone place, by the way.
Sometimes I don't even get a calzone.
You get a salad, but their salad, the salad you eat is not vegan. It has ranch, it has bacon, it has, whatever. And that's the choice you make, even though you could make a plant-based choice. But why don't you?
I think part of it is that, as I've said before, I don't claim to be vegan, and for us going out like that is a rare occurrence, and I like trying different things. And you know full well that I've also had their vegan calzone many times.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes I would just want something different. And
Okay,
and I get that though. Like you look at it like that as, you know, well, why are you choosing to do that? It's purely because I just don't have that thing in my head that's like, I always need to be plant-based. I always need to do this. I always need to do that. Like in my head, I can just as easily enjoy other things out there. And like I said, or as she said, she's not attacking me. She's not trying to like come after me for this.
Oh, I'm going to attack myself in a second here. Don't you worry.
Because even she's like, well, you order whatever you want. Like, you know, it's like.
But, and I say that to him because I'm not his keeper. Like, I'm not, and I've spent a lot of years trying to like keep him on a certain way, like to be like, okay, you need to make a better decision. You need to make a better decision. But the truth of it is like, my decision is not that great either sometimes. And the other truth of it is it has to be your decision in order for it to matter. Because if I'm like, yeah, you definitely should be eating this instead and forcing you to do it, it's just, that's not helpful for you. That's not changing how you are.
But I would also like to add that, you know, if we do go out and like with family or something like that, and I order that, I can guarantee you that throughout the day, I've been eating the normal food that we normally eat, be it chili or rice and beans. We still have chili at home.
Yeah.
I forgot. That was good chili too.
That was.
But you know, it's all of, we still make recipes that we've been making this entire time.
So whenever we go out to eat, Elsie definitely has to be seated next to me because she's going to eat some of what I eat, and what I eat is always going to be plant-based. I'll try to make the healthiest choice I can make, but ultimately, like, if I'm going out to eat, it's probably not going to be the most healthy thing.
We also bring stuff for her.
But we bring stuff for her too, but she usually has to sit next to me. So when she gets older and we're out at a place and you're like if you order your calzone and it's like the breakfast one with the eggs in it and all the whatever that you had like a few weeks ago, and I order the vegan one, and she can only eat from mine because we're trying to keep her plant-based until, you know, she can make her own decisions about it. How do you explain to her, oh no, Elsie, you can't have anything from daddy's plate because you know, you can only have stuff from mommy's plate? Does that instill in her then a thing of like, oh no, this is bad, but I'm still going to eat it, and this is good. But then I'm also like, well, my choice is also not that great because it's a freaking calzone. It's you know, white like bread. Like, I mean, I don't know how they make it's white flour. It's, you know,
vegan pepperoni,
vegan cheese. You know, it does have some veggies in there. It's got some garlic in there, like some kind of oil for sure. Lots of like, and so that's not that great either. But that's where my brain is going. It's like, I don't want to sit there and tell Elsie like, so say I ordered a salad and brought my own dressing, and that's what I ate when we go to this restaurant in the future, but you're still ordering the calzone that you want to order, and I have to be like, sorry, Elsie, you can only have this or this. You can't have any of daddy's because that's bad. Like, I don't want her to think it's bad and that's bad and this is good. And it just, it's a lot. It's a lot to take on.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't really have an answer at this point, but I mean,
do you just let her try? Like, I don't know. I don't know. The only solution that makes any sense in my head is that we both stick to as much whole food plant-based possible as we can.
Yeah.
Because then whatever's on our plate is always going to be a good decision that we feel comfortable with her having.
True.
But I also don't want to be the parent that's like, hey, you can't have candy. And then she goes to a friend's house and she's like, I got to eat all the candy right now because my mommy and daddy won't let me have candy.
Yeah.
It's such a freaking, it's a minefield,
honestly.
It's crazy.
And frankly, I don't think there are any truly right answers.
Yeah.
Because I saw the kids growing up that were, you know, the parents were super strict about what they ate, and, you know, they never ever had sugar of any kind, and this and that. And like the second they got out from underneath their parents, I mean, they just went crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't want Elsie to have that experience.
The only thing in my head that has made sense is, what is it that Cray Ray says?
Friends, family.
No, he says be a
lighthouse,
not a tugboat. Which is like, you know, be the example and hope that they want to follow. Don't tug them along with you and make them follow you.
Yeah.
So with Elsie, it's like, we need to be a good example of having a healthy relationship with food in order for her to see that and then learn from us and have her own healthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
So that's what I aspire to. I'm afraid I can't get there. I'm afraid I'm too messed up. I'm afraid we're too messed up to get there to help her not be there.
I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think we're that messed up. I mean, I think we're messed up, but not that messed up.
But yeah.
I think that we don't know what the future's going to hold.
Yeah.
We don't know how she's going to be. You know, we don't know any of that kind of stuff. And so I think for us to sort of micromanage the future is kind of pointless right now.
Yeah.
You know, but
these are things.
But it's
coming up fast. Like
it is coming up fast.
Like we were talking, she is absolutely watching every movie we make. And like she understands a lot more than you would think she would at 15 months.
Yes, that is true.
Parents,
if you want to give us some advice going forward, we would greatly appreciate that.
I said I was going to attack myself too. I think I'm going to do a whole video.
You're just going to attack yourself for a whole video?
No, because my attack on myself then is, okay,
you
Jessica.
You kind of did that. You kind of did it with the chocolate.
But my thing is, okay, Jessica, if you're sticking to only plant-based and, you know, you're so great and high and mighty and you're choosing the vegan option at the restaurant and where Brian's choosing the non-vegan option, then why are you still so fat? Why? And I feel like that's a whole I feel like that's another video. No, I feel like that's another video.
Pretty simple then. We still overeat.
That's another video.
You want to wrap this one up?
Yes.
All right. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Click the bell right next to it. You'll give us it'll notify you whenever we post a new video. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram and send us messages and comment and all sorts of fun stuff on there. But that's all I got.
That's definitely not all I got, but this video should end here.
We'll see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.
That was very squeaky.
Yeah.